can leave it.
Sorry. Not sorry, but it sucks anyway. But it's getting you going. Someone's gotta go first.
And rock and mark on the balance, yep. And the
Other way.
Stephanie, I don't want to do this, but you rub people the wrong way. You know, there's nothing I can do to save you. Sorry.
Here's the deal, alright, while I write this, talk while I write this. I do not want you to go home at all. That is not the move right now. But we just don't know if Steph has an idol or not. And if she does, we have to split it 1 and 1. I want this on the record now. I said it to you at Tribal. I don't want you going home. But if Steph has an idol, it'll be 1 and 1. Whoever she votes for, we'll pick that person off. Or maybe you will, but realistically, hopefully Steph's going home.
I am so sorry. I love you to death. I have a feeling it's you or me between the 2 old ladies of the tribe. Sorry.
Steph, you freaked us out by saying that Angela had something, so now we switched our votes. I'm sorry. Nice.
Stephanie, you said you wanted a blind side, so here you go.
Nothing personal, just the 1st of May.
thanks, Colin.
Good blind side, y'all. Said that in my video.
Stephanie, tribe has spoken. Time for you to go.
So Lance, I thought was my big buddy because he immediately wanted to work with me. And so did Sam. And then at the same time, Angela was latching on to me really fast from the very beginning, but at the same time I thought, is this because we're both about the same age? And I knew as soon as seeing the rest of the tribe it was going to be between she and I, because they always vote the old people out first, and they're all in their 20s. And as soon as it happened, as soon as we came to Tribal, they were all like, "It's Angela. It's gonna be Angela." I was like, "I'm Angela." And I'm like, why is everybody coming to me and saying Angela, and why is Angela not talking to anybody? So I went to Angela and I was like, "Who do you think it's gonna be?" And she was like, I was like, who do you think it's going to be? And I said, well, somebody needs to talk to Angela because she's going to see us all talking. And what if she has an idol? And we had a reward at our camp that none of us found. At one point, Sam got busted because she had gone into Lance's bag, and she came to me and said, there's a piece of paper in his bag. Well, we had won the reward during a previous challenge that said you have something at your camp. So we didn't want to blurt it out to all the other tribes. We were going to come back to the camp and tell our group, hey, we have a reward at this camp. But she saw this piece of paper first. And so she came to me and was like, you need to look in Lance's bag. There's something in his bag. There's a piece of paper in there. You got to see what it is. So I went to Lance. I said, we got to tell them as soon as we get back, not dilly-dally around. And he was like, okay. So we get back, and then all of a sudden, Julia, like we've all been, not Julia, I'm sorry, we've been down into the bushes. Julia had gone down there earlier, and she said, well, there were white rocks, but I kicked them by accident, or I moved them, and we were like, why did you move the rocks? Because when we actually got back and we said, hey, we have something to tell you, turns out the other group had also won the other half of the reward, explaining where to go to find the reward, so we would have had to have linked up with at least the other 2 people to find it in the first place. Angela was one of those other 2 people, and her clue was pretty easy to read without ours. So then, as everybody's down there looking, because everybody said, this is what's going on, we all need to work together, we need to find it. Angela comes back up and she's like, I think somebody went through my bag because my tank top was down there. And I said, okay. So then I went to Sam and I said, do you think Angela has the idol because none of us could find it? And I didn't find it. I said, do you think she has it because she came up and told me that you were going through people's bags and that she found her tank top down there? I said, do you think she's just trying to throw shade at you? And she was like, I didn't go through her bag. Even in my video, I said, I love a blind side. It's like just foreshadowing. Oh, I love a blind side, but at the same time, I'm so upset. But I got sick yesterday, and as soon as I got sick, I knew I was out. It didn't matter because they were having that bonding experience. They were having lots of chats over there while I wasn't involved, and I knew I was out. The first challenge, height was a disadvantage because I would have been holding a log like this while they're running, so I was not going to help them. And Sam told me, you need to drop out because I'm just kicking your feet. And I understood. I was like, I got it. So I stepped out, and then they kicked Angela out first thing. Then they kicked me out, and then they lost Julia, and we were the 3 shortest women. And then I so screwed up whenever my question was, list 3 male winners. In my head, I'm like, Ethan, I'm writing down, and then whenever they read out the answers, they're like, Ian. I went, who's Ian? I didn't write Ian. I wrote Ian.
Oh no.
I was like, who the hell's Ian? I wrote Ethan. Why are you? And I looked at the piece of paper, and I knew that was just the nail in my coffin. I knew it. It's just one of those times where you're a little kid, you're taking a test, you make a stupid mistake, and you get so mad at yourself, and that's exactly what I did, and it was just like, bam, last nail. I think Sam and Anthony are calling the shots. I think that Lance and I were potentially left out because there were 2 Angelas, one of those were mine. All the rest of them that they read said Stephanie. I'm sure there's one more that's probably said Stephanie too. So I think the 2 of us were left out because we were tight. I still hope we're tight, Lance. Well, I'm gonna find you. I think that Angela's gonna be pulled along. And I think that Lance will be their next vote.
What's the first
Unfortunately.
thing you say to Lance if and when you see him soon?
Did you vote for me? Because if he voted for me, then I really, really have no clue what I'm doing. I thought, so teaching high school, teaching scuba, I thought I was so good at reading body language. Evidently, I can only read body language if you're going to panic and shoot to the surface and kill yourself. That's it. If you're lying to me, I guess I can't read that. I thought I could. I always read it on my kids and I can read it on other people, but not in Survivor. Lesson learned. Now, It was a good blind side. I gotta give them that. God, it was a good blind side. Like my spidey senses were tingling today, and I don't know. It's a game, so yeah, I'm going to cheer my tribe on.
Okay.
Kia. And you gave me the right color anyways. Teal's my color.
All right then. Playing in
I had a blast. I had even though I missed out on challenges yesterday because I was just out, I had a blast. An absolute blast. I was just really hoping to at least make it to the merge.
Yeah.
Because I felt vibes from other people, but I thought I had vibes from my tribe too.
If there's one person on your tribe that you think could take down the title, who is it?
I think it's Anthony.
Why?
He's a low-key leader. I don't think it's Sam because they're gonna go with her for a long time, but then they're gonna vote her out because she's fun and everybody likes her. They're gonna vote her out because of that. And Anthony's starting to get quiet. He was being all fun the first day, but he's starting to get quiet, and I think Anthony's my pick.
All right.
I think Angela and Julia are tight.
Okay.
And I think that Colin and Travis are tight, and Sam and Anthony are tight. I'm pretty sure that Sam, Anthony, Colin, and Travis are the 4. And that they plan on pulling Julia, who Angela will then follow. So I think me, Lance, Julia, it depends on how much further they go. They'll go after, I'm guessing, Colin.
Interesting. Why?
He's good in challenges, and they're not going to let him get too far because he's really nice too.
And I'll see you out there.
All right.
Thanks for a great
Thank you.
game.
Thanks.
Yeah.